He's Nick Rohloff. I'm Harrison Graham. Mailbag time, post NBA trade deadline edition. So if you ask about trades, let's ask about our reaction, or you could ask about offseason trades, but maybe make it more buyout focused, whatever else the case may be. Start with Sean Hardy. Are the Knicks legit title contenders? I would put them in that tier 2, Rolly. I don't think they're up there with the Nuggets, with the Celtics, with even a team like the Clippers right now. But I think they're right below that top tier. I would put them in that second tier of title contenders, absolutely.
I think I would concur with that. My question is, do you really think the Knicks would be able to go toe-to-toe with a Celtics in the Eastern Conference in a 7-game series? Even Milwaukee would be interesting. Like, who guards Damian Lillard? Who guards Giannis Antetokounmpo? They've been a little bit struggling lately, and Doc Rivers as head coach in Milwaukee is not the most enticing thing either. I think the Knicks are a good team. Hell, I'll even say they're a great team. But even with the 2 trades that they made for OG Anunoby, Bojan Bogdanovic, and Alec Burks, good players that help their depth and rotation. Does it really elevate their ceiling to be the top 4, top 5 teams in title contention? I kind of lean no.
Yeah, I think under certain circumstances they could beat some of those teams you mentioned, but can they beat multiple of them, which is what it takes to win a championship. Winner this year, let us know in the comment section down below. I think Dallas is up there. You can put the Knicks up there for sure. OKC, give us your thoughts in the comment section. David C., can Portland sign anyone on the buyout market? They can, but
why would they?
No one who gets bought out is going to sign with a non-contender, especially someone of Portland's stature.
I mean, they're one of the worst teams in the NBA.
Yeah.
Joe Cronin does it again. Sorry, I had to get that in there. But, yeah, I don't really see why anybody would want to go there. The only way that Portland would sign someone in the buyout market is if, the buyout market comes and goes. Like, it's 2 weeks from now, and they're still a free agent, and they're like, well, hell, I still want to play basketball for the rest of the year.
Right, if it's like Portland there or nowhere. Yeah.
But no one's going to openly want to go to Portland because they're the Blazers.
I mean, I like an example of that I could think of, but I don't even think it fits there because they have so many guards. Is like Killian Hayes. If literally no one wants
now
him.
a team's going to scoop up Killian, dude.
Yeah, we'll see.
Someone's scooping him up just for the former talent of being a 7 overall
We can
pick.
fix him.
I can fix him.
Manny Valencia, are the Warriors cooked? I kind of think they are cooked. I said it last year. I know they beat the Kings in that playoff series, but Clay's not the same. He also seems frustrated too. Something's off there. Draymond's not the same. That drama's been there when he had to leave. Steph is still Steph. There's no doubt about that, but those two aren't the same. Wiggins is having a down year. Their only chance, Rolly, is for Wiggins to re-find his all-star year form.
He's had a couple good games here in a row. You are right, though. The only way that they can really turn around their season and trajectory at this point is if Andrew Wiggins turns back the clocks in the 2021-22 when they won the NBA title, and Jonathan Kuminga keeps taking that step.
Yeah.
Because you can talk me into having a wash Draymond and a wash Clay be the 4th and 5th guy behind a Curry, Kuminga, and Wiggins. I think it all hinges on Andrew Wiggins getting back to that all-star caliber form, because if he can, and you have that duo of him and Kuminga being lengthy, be able to knock down some shots on the perimeter, playing good defense, because Kuminga and him could both defend. If those two can start defending and knocking down their shots from the outside consistently, pair that up with Curry and maybe a little Clay and Draymond action, you could start winning some games.
Yeah, it's a lot of projecting, but that's kind of the path.
The Grizzlies have waived Victor Oladipo. I'll see you in Miami.
There you go. Shout out to Prize Picks for sponsoring today's show. You like making money? You like watching sports? Well, how about you combine the two with Prize Picks? Go to prizepicks.com/CLNS to download the app today. Use the code CLNS to get a deposit match up to $100. You can play every day, but the best day of the year to play Prize Picks is coming up. It's Super Bowl Sunday, folks. Listen, Patrick Mahomes, more or less on the passing yards, are giving you a deal for half a yard. You take the more there. You find other plays you like, up to 2 to 6 players, and you get things popping there. PrizePicks.com/CLNS. Another cool thing this week, is that celebrities have partnered with Prize Picks. You can see their entries for Super Bowl Sunday. I know Nick Rohloff is going to be chasing some of those celebrity entries, and
I'm better.
Put his money where his. Yeah, he's going to try. You know what? You might zag actually.
I zag when everyone else is zigs, or if you're zigging, I'm zagging.
There you go. PrizePicks.com/CLNS. Use the code CLNS. Dylan Jones, I'm disappointed the Lakers and Clippers Heat did not make moves. Feel like the Lakers should have traded for James Wiseman and Bull. Kind of random name drops there. But I am also disappointed that the Lakers didn't make a move. I think the Clippers are fine. They didn't have much flexibility. I wonder if they tried to flip PJ Tucker, but he's not going to get bought out, so he's going to stay there. And feel free to chime in on your Miami Heat.
Yeah, I'm not surprised the Clippers didn't make a move because they're just playing such good basketball. Why rock the boat and acquire anyone? Now, if they traded away PJ Tucker, sure, but I'm not surprised by them staying put with their current roster, at least when adding to it. Lakers, I'm shocked. Heat, I'm really not that shocked. I'm disappointed. It would have been nice to see them offload one of Thomas Bryant or Drew Smith to open up cap space or move on from Caleb Martin in order to get assets back, as they're likely to lose him in the offseason this year. But Pat Riley, he hasn't made a lot of moves lately in the past 3 seasons on the trade deadline days. Made it a couple weeks ago with Rozier. Not shocked that that's the only move they made.
Epic chat, and then we'll get to the super chat. What are your dark horse teams to make a conference finals in both the East and West? I'll go dark horse.
Like this.
I got the standings here. I'll just go full homer mode. After today, I'll go Dallas in the West as a dark horse team to make the conference finals. Would I bet on it? No, but it's called a dark horse for a reason. And then in the East, I'm going to go, you ready for this?
Let's hear it.
Indiana.
Don't see
dark horse. What do you want me, like the Sixers aren't a dark horse.
My question,
the Heat are not a dark horse.
My question is what is considered a dark horse? Like bottom in the standings? Like what are
a team that no one views as a true conference championship contender. The Heat are in that category based on the recent years. I'm sorry.
Stinks. I wanted to pick the Suns for the West.
They're not a dark horse.
Yeah, but
you don't add
they're
Durant.
Not top 4.
Yeah, but you don't add Durant and Beal and get considered to be a dark horse. The Kings would be a dark horse.
But I don't see any of those guys, dude. Here's the real answer.
Timberwolves, I'll count that. I know they're second in the West, but I'd still say they're a dark horse.
I'm going to be the Debbie Downer of this question. There is no dark horse in the Western Conference to make the conference finals.
You don't think Minnesota could?
It will be one of the top 5 teams. I don't consider Minnesota a dark horse with how their season
They haven't won a
gone.
playoff series, though.
Doesn't matter to me. The top 5 teams in the West will be one of the both 2 teams in the conference finals will be one of those top 5. Take that to the bank. In the East, I don't know.
Top 5 or Miami?
It's going to be I wouldn't even put that 5th team in there. Philly's not making it. You can take that to the bank.
Hit that subscribe button. This is what we do. We debate. We talk. We break down news and rumors. We have a good time. NBA, NFL, sometimes college football. Subscribe. 90 subs away. Let's get to 356. Lucas, are LaVine and Clutch Sports doing something sketchy to ruin LaVine's value or just a series of unfortunate events?
Clutch Sports, shady organization.
I would say yes to what you just said, but like is LaVine what was his value at his peak?
No, LaVine obviously.
He does not fall into the category of they're conspiring to tank his value.
Like LaVine wanted to be dealt, right? He did.
Yes, he did.
So it's not like he wanted to get injured so he couldn't be traded. I just am making more of a joke about Clutch Sports and the grip hold and stronghold they have on the NBA right now. But no, I don't think it's just I think it's an unfortunate series of events. I do think LaVine ends up getting dealt in the offseason. I just don't think he's going to go for that much.
They should have traded him last offseason.
They missed their boat. And
because he finished last year strong. I think he would have gotten you a couple firsts last offseason.
I think you absolutely could have gotten 2 firsts.
And now you may not get a single one.
You might have to attach a pick to get rid of his contract. How quickly things change in the NBA.
In the words of a great one, brutal. Eric, how do you not move Malcolm Brogdon? I'm kind of with you, Eric. However, there was a report, or I think he may have said this himself, that he was enjoying Portland. So maybe he told front office, I'd prefer to stay here, and they kept him. I don't know.
I don't know, but if you're Joe Cronin in Portland, you obviously would have liked to look towards the future. Is Malcolm Brogdon part of those future plans for the Blazers? You would think not. So why not capitalize and try to get a first-round pick in return for him at the deadline. Not saying you still can't do that in the offseason potentially, but I don't know why you wouldn't trade Brogden now to a team. Maybe they didn't get calls. Maybe that is the case. But I'm having a hard time I cannot imagine the fact that no contender would want a player like Brogdon, who's won Sixth Man of the Year, can play two-way, hit his threes at above 40%.
I trust Joe Cronin.
I shouldn't. That guy's a loser.
I'm trolling Rolly here. All right, who's the biggest loser at the deadline? If you ended at the without deadline, Rolly would just say Joe Cronin. Period. I think it was the Bulls, dude, to not unload anything.
Yeah, I'd agree.
I don't know what the hell they're doing. All right, we got a couple more here. Devo, what is the thinking behind the Raptors keeping Bruce Brown? Raptors were very frustrating this trade deadline.
I'm just guessing they didn't get anyone offering what they wanted.
Here's the thing, too, with Bruce Brown. They brought in a couple of expiring deals. Brown, they have a team option. So if they want to clear up even more cap, they could just let him walk. So
he is technically expiring because of that team option.
Yeah.
That's my thing. Like, if you knew you wanted to if you weren't going to take that $22.5 million team option,
maybe they're open. Maybe they're open to bringing him back.
Why not just trade him now and then you can try to trade him for expirings or something like that? Like, maybe you didn't want to get a King's ransom, but like if you didn't want to keep Bruce Brown long term, well then trade him for expirings anyway, right? So I don't know. I also don't really know what that thought process was from Masai.
Yeah. All right, last one here. Tim Green, who would you pick to play on your Saturday morning basketball team? This is a good question.
Great question.
Like, to fill out our 5-on-5. Okay, so quick draft, you and me?
Wait. I think he's asking which one of us should you pick?
Oh, Nick.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I play basketball 2 or 3 times a week.
I would bat myself for when I was in college, but I've been out of college for like almost 8 years now.
Yeah, I got that LA Fitness membership, no free sponsors. I go 2 or 3 times a week to go hoop. No one can guard me.
Yeah, I wouldn't go that far, but he is the better option at this point in time. There's no doubt about it.